What's going on, everyone? I'm Daniel Rodriguez. It's time to review another movie. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the latest film to be directed by Paul Feig. It stars Melissa McCarthy, Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon, and Kristen Wiig. I'm just going to give you the pros, cons, final score, tell you whether or not you should go check this out in theaters, wait for rental, or maybe just never see this movie at all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here is my non-spoiler review for the reboot of Ghostbusters. Now, ever since this film was announced, it's been getting a lot of hate. People complaining about Paul Feig directing, having an all-girl cast, and the biggest of all, it being a reboot and not connecting to the original Ghostbusters, which means the original two Ghostbusters never happened. And yes, I had many doubts about this film. I even told many of my friends over the past few months it's going to be the Fantastic Four of 2016. Well, I was pretty much wrong, because this film is better than Fantastic Four. While it may not be a great movie or a really good movie, it's still watchable. First off, for $144 million, the effects were really great. Chris Hemsworth plays the dumb receptionist, and he is one of the best things about this film. Chris Hemsworth has a gift for comedy, and we don't really get to see him do much comedy. It's more either like a very thriller or Marvel movies. I really wish we could see him do more comedy movies. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, the late and great Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson. And in my opinion, it's not like Ghostbusters was the greatest thing ever, you know. Maybe you grew up in that time in the 80s, you saw it in theaters, good for you. But still, it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's not like the #1 franchise ever to live. Yeah, it's a cult classic. It is fun. It is a fun, enjoyable film. But it's not like the film was actually great with the, dialogue. I mean, it was the 80s, and it was what it was for. The practical effects were awesome at the time. But that's it. It wasn't the greatest thing to ever live. And I've seen people complain about this film, oh, it ruined my childhood, or it's going to ruin my childhood. No, it's really not. You have the original Ghostbusters to go back to. Now, out of the four main stars, the one character that made me laugh the most was Holtzman, played by Kate McKinnon, which she is also the sexiest one out of all of them. I like how she's weird and dirty and grindy. I love that about her character. Now again, I do enjoy the design of the ghost. I love how scary they are in a way where if I was 4 years old, I'd be scared of the ghost, because you're 4 years old. You're scared of basically anything. Plus, it was great to see that slime again, the old Ghostbusters slime everywhere. Now, I won't go too much into detail, but all I'll say is the cameos from the original Ghostbusters most of them are good. I mean, I didn't like one or two of them, but I think probably out of all, I think Dan Aykroyd's one was probably my favorite. Honestly, I really enjoyed the opening of this film, and then it, the Ghostbusters theme and everything. It worked very well. It kind of brought you back into that Ghostbusters world, and that's the way you have to start off a Ghostbusters film. That's like doing Star Wars without the opening crawl and then going into black of a galaxy far, far away. With Ghostbusters, you have to do that sort of opening where, it's scary, and the person's like, ah, and then it's like Ghostbusters, it does the music and everything, and it goes on the person. It's beautiful like that, and it's a perfect opening for this film. Now, I'm pretty sure some people will agree, some people will disagree, but the action in this film wasn't that bad. Especially the finale. Now, it does go over the top at times during the finale, but there is this cool scene, again, with Holtzman, where they have these, different sort of guns, and it's hard to explain, but I enjoyed it so much. As much as I enjoy Melissa McCarthy, she just plays Melissa McCarthy in this film. Now, she is funny in this film, but literally, she does those sort of same gestures and jokes that she's done in other films, like that, and that bra, no, and that mouth there. She just points at herself, and she does the same stuff she's done in other films that we've seen her in. Now, the main villain for this film, I do enjoy the actor who was playing him, but the thing is the writing, the way that it was done, how he's not really explained. Yeah, he gives you a little detail, a little exposition when he's talking to himself, but there's really no explanation beyond that. Oh, you got bullied, and then you're doing, there's really no simple, you need to explain it just a tidbit more on how did he even know how to do this? How did he even know where to get this? What does he know? There's really no background information on that guy for us to even, have sense of. And I have to say, 95% of this film are men being douches. Now, of course, this film has a lot of slow-paced scenes, but there are a few that really just drag on, where they try to keep on doing comedy, they try to keep on doing this, and a wonton joke, and they drag on a lot of these scenes, especially with Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig. When we finally see them two together, they drag on that scene for a long time, and you're like, can we hurry up, please? Like, can we just, like, they're like literally in this room talking for 6, 7, 8 minutes, and they try to do joke to joke to joke to joke, and then, like, it just doesn't, like, stop, please go to the next scene, continue, let the flow go. You're just kind of stuck on a wall. Get over that wall. Like I said, I do enjoy most of the action, but towards the end, it did kind of become a cliche ending, where two characters, it's just a big over the top, like they overdid it, where you're like, how do you even know you would come back? How did you even know that would work? Like, it's just too over the top. Now, is this new Ghostbusters great? No. Is it good? There are a few good scenes within it. Overall, it's just an okay film. It's watchable. People that are hating on a film, watch the film and actually see it for yourself, because I've seen hundreds of people on Facebook and different social media sites saying that, oh, it was good, it was after actually seeing the film, like, I was wrong, it was a little fun, like, it does it does have a fun element to it. Overall, I'm going to end up giving Ghostbusters a 6 out of 10. Now, is it worth watching in theaters? Well, it kind of depends on you, really. I would say wait for rental, but if the film does look interesting to you, and again, it's okay, it is watchable, it's up to your choice. If you're bored, you want to gather a couple friends and go to the theater and watch the Ghostbuster film, go ahead. If you enjoy Melissa McCarthy, if you enjoy the cast, Leslie Jones, if you enjoy any of them, they are funny in this film, don't get me wrong, it still is entertaining. It's just not going to be the Ghostbusters that you remember from the 80s. This is a film I will pick up on Blu-ray one day, but not day one or anything. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to buy it like day one it comes out, but one day I will want to own it so I can put it in my collection. Now, I will be doing a spoiler review, more in depth about this film later today, so if you guys are interested, make sure to stay with the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, tell me what you guys thought about the new Ghostbusters, and if you want to, you can share with your friends. For more content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye-bye.